Good morning, everybody. Hope that you are all well. Uh, Welcome to another video. Wait, okay. Sorry, I just had to read something real quick. Yeah, welcome back to another video. We're doing a week recap today on Monday because today is a bank holiday. So yeah, so that's why I didn't do it this past weekend. That's why I didn't do it Saturday because I do my usually Saturday or Sunday I would do them. But then today's a bank holiday, so it means there's a no trading day. Let me just show you guys that real quick. Wait. Yeah, so you guys can see that. Yeah, you see that bank holiday right over there. So there's no trading today. If you're trying to trade, you do you, buddy. But yeah, it's a no trading day today. So that's why I'm just doing the review now. Right. It's basically like a nice long weekend. That's just how I view it. But yeah, let's just run through what happened Monday. This is Monday's price action. You guys can see 9:30. That's the 9 o'clock opening bell of Monday. It was a very confusing day for me Monday. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I did say that on my title of the video. I wasn't really sure about direction, but I stuck to my buys. That's the thing. I actually thought we would have a buy day that day, and I had two biases. I said, I genuinely thought we were gonna buy, right? I was so confident about buys, and at the same time, I had two biases. I was like, depending how price reacts to this fair value gap will tell me everything. And I said, if price leaves this fair value, comes back and retest. Like the moment it leaves it, I know I'm gonna look for sales, but it has to come and retest, which is what it did, right? And it sold. I was just made on my buys in the sense of like genuinely looking for buys. Um, that's why there's giving me a confusion like, oh, we're buying, because when I looked at this, it's like, oh, we're gonna buy. So yeah, I didn't stick to this 15-minute, especially like this one, this entire area right here. When price left, came back and sold, I didn't stick into this. So if I had traded that Monday, I would have lost. But if I had stuck to my plan in my mind of like waiting for it to see what it's gonna do, leaving it, retesting and going down, would have been a W day. But obviously I don't trade Mondays. I'm just sharing my thoughts. But yeah, I was really confused, honestly speaking. The problem was I was just married to my buyers of the buys, and that would have cost me. That would have cost me. But yeah, but overall, I did say I got what I wanted to see in a sense. So yeah, that's basically it. This was Monday, so we got that first fair value gap. Oh, flip. Sorry, I have to go back. We got that. We got that first fair value gap, which is this one. Then see how price used it. It left, came back to retest it, and then we sold. And then we went to go take out these relative equal lows right there, and then we're playing out that first fair value gap, the 8th of May. So yeah, nice price action. Nice price action. But yeah, we didn't trade this Monday. We just let price do its thing. We just let price do its thing. And then we're going off to Tuesday. Beautiful Tuesday. Tuesday we got a win. Um I caught this sell right over here. Um Tuesday was a good day. I'm not gonna lie. I was in high spirits Tuesday. I don't know. Um, I was confident about it. I knew what I wanted to see. I spilled coffee on my table, so that kind of like there was a little bit of silence on some of the video because I had to attend to that because obviously my laptop is here and my work stuff are here, so I can't afford to let that get messed up. But we got a beautiful setup on Tuesday when price almost close opening range gap. I know it was like around about there. Like just a little bit off. A little bit off. I don't know if you took out the London. The London high was somewhere around up here. Let me see. I don't remember. Just have to do this. Actually don't remember. It's not like after 7. Oh yeah, yeah, it was this. It was this. So yeah, that's what happened. And but it didn't. And then we just fell short touching that end dog low. And then we have this severely gap and price went below it. Then I was like, oh, I really would wanna go for sales after I just left this and retested, but I was like, you know what, if it's gonna go without me, it's fine. And I'll just put a sell limit order right over here so that go watch the video. So that if price does come back and retrace, then I'm gonna go for short. And then this candlestick right over here, this one is the one that filled me in just before the macro, a minute before. Then during the macro, look at the time, price came back, expecting the lower half, and then we just sold literally. And then this was the midpoint of that daily wick, and then she touched it, and then price sold. All targets hit. It was a nice trade. It was a beautiful day. I'm not gonna lie. It helped me recover the two losses of last week and put the account in profit. Like 200 pips, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just make sure of that. Uh, like, yep, like 200 pips. Beautiful trade. And yeah, that's all I have to say about it. I was just confident about it. I was patient. That's one thing I could say about this. It was a good trade. This trade reminds me of Friday's trade because that Friday I entered a bit later. Um, I'll show. We'll get to that. But yeah, this was a beautiful trading day. I really liked it. I was in high spirits. I was just patient. I knew what I was looking for, and price delivered. Price delivered. Like this setup plays out a lot when like price takes out like a certain set of liquidity, or after it's done with a shooter swing. Because this was at a 15-minute candlestick. Let me show you guys. It's Tuesday. Let's go to that 15-minute candlestick. See this? Price literally came, tap into that 15-minute candlestick right over there. See that tapped into that, and then we had a reversal. So you guys see this one right here, right over here. It literally touched the midpoint. Literally touched it, and then we had a reaction of that, and then that gave me the confidence of we selling, we selling, we selling, we selling, we selling. So yeah, that was this was it. This was the day. This was the day. It was a beautiful trading day. Literally to the tick, touched the midpoint. We had a reaction of the over that. We had the first value gap. Price used it as an inverse for value gap, and we have this for value gap. Like this setup, bro, happens a lot. Where there's this a for value gap, an inverse for value gap, a for value gap after taking out some liquidity or going to inefficiency, coming back, retesting, sell happens. Same thing happened on Friday. Yes, Friday. I'll show you guys that. But yeah, this is a clean setup. Um, I'm happy with that. This trade saved me. This trade saved me. And to think that, oh, and we had news at 10 o'clock. We had news literally at 10 o'clock. This trade saved me. I'm not gonna lie. It really did. And to think that I was not gonna trade, I had thoughts of not trading, but then I just saw the setup and it was really clean. I was not gonna trade because of the news. But then this week the news was really clean. Like it helped a lot. It helped a lot. So no trading day Monday, Tuesday. We took a win, and now we're on Wednesday. We're going to Wednesday. This is Wednesday. This day I took a loss. Um, let's start. I took a loss on this day, on this Wednesday. Um, yeah, price missed my TP and literally reversed on me, bro. It was hella sad. I'm not gonna lie. The one thing I would say is that I could have taken my TP at the London low, which was this. This was the London low right over here. But I don't say it was greed, but I was just genuinely going with what the market was gonna do. Price rejected off this midpoint because if you watch the video, my first TP, the initial one was here at this London low right there. That was my first TP, which was for $15, and I was risking. That was on one position, and another position was 20 something, if I'm not mistaken. And then this was my London low. I was risking $12 because my stop. Let me show you guys the trade. Let me show you guys the trade. Oh my days, do that. Um, short. It was. I used this. I entered literally off this, and then my tip was all the way up here because I was like, just in case I want to go out a bit. But initially I would use this, but because there's a big as wick, the 50% mark, don't want to risk it, just put it above it there. And then this is my TP1. So the problem is, look at this as road, bro. It was bad. It was honestly bad. So that first, I know I was risking like $12. I really remember it was like $12 I was risking. on one position, and then the first TP was $15. I was like, ah, what kind of risk reward is that, bro? I want to get value. I want to get out more out of it, and I'm gonna put it at the opening range gap midpoint. I remember, yeah, I put it at the opening range gap midpoint, and lit, bro, just go watch back the video to the take just before taking out that opening range gap midpoint, price reversed. It stopped me out literally. So the one thing I would say I could have done better on this trade on Tuesday was just I could have just left it for that first TP, which was at the London low, and we had the opening range gap right about it was just about here. The opening range gap was literally just, bro, like literally just here, the midpoint of the opening range gap. Because I was like, bro, if it can take out the London high, come to this, there's no way. Why wouldn't it come to the opening range gap? But this is algorithmic. Oh my god, bro, English algorithmic, yes. And to the tick, literally, it just respected them. It took out the London low, respected the midpoint of this. Look at the bodies and just reversed. Didn't go for the opening range gap midpoint. It didn't at all. And it was just before 10 o'clock either way. So it reversed. So I could have done better as in take that first TP profit. I could have secured that. And then it would have actually just ended up being a break even trade because I don't believe in. Sometimes I do put my trades on break even when the first TP hits. Just depends on how the market is moving. Like I said, usually break evens when, especially when I was practicing a lot, it cost me a lot in a sense of like my first TP could hit, price could have a retracement back, and then it would stop me out and then literally go my direction. That's why I don't set and forget basically. I just let it do its thing. I only do break evens when I see that okay, we're moving and okay, now there is no reason why it should be going back up. That's why I do break even. That's when I do break evens. But other than that, that was Wednesday. Yeah. Wednesday. I wasn't even mad about it, to be honest. I was just happy that kind of played out ish. But yeah, and we had this big ass fair value gap, bro. But yeah, that was Wednesday. And then let's go to Thursday. Thursday, I think I took another loss on Thursday. Was it Thursday? 9 o'clock. Nice. Thursday, 9 o'clock. I went for buys. I went for buys. I went for buys this day. Okay. Yeah. I try to use this fair value gap right over here. So price was consolidating a little bit in the morning. So a little bit of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then once we had this candlestick, like just broke through that, or yeah. Because this became my first fair value gap. It just broke through that, and then I knew that this I wanted to enter with this, but I was like, I'd rather just wait for back for price to retest. I was like, if price comes back and retests this and shows that it doesn't want to go below this and the body stays at the upper half, I will enter longs. And that's what I did. I literally entered longs after this candlestick closed. A little bit overextended to the upside, but yeah, but I just had to wait for that confirmation. And I'm happy I did that. It was genuinely clean setup. I'm happy about it. Although I did lose, I was genuinely happy about it, and I didn't hesitate. I was confident, and it okay didn't play out, but yeah, the one thing I did say was that 15-minute candle. I was like, this 15-minute candle might be a problem. 15-minute fair value gap. Wait, we're looking for 20th. Sorry, wrong day. This one. Okay, so this was a problem. I did say in the video that okay, this really game was a problem because I entered of this. I entered the trade of while this candlestick was still moving. It didn't close, do anything. So I didn't wait for confirmation. So usually I would wait to see where price wants to, like, usually I would wait to see how price gonna react to this fair value gap. So if I was a little bit more patient and I just waited for the closure of this and these two, because if this closes like this, then I'm gonna have to wait for the next one just to see if it's gonna be a nicer rejection, and then I would have gotten a cleaner entry to take out sells, because I did say like, oh, if it's like gonna reject, I want to see it maybe come to that first fair value gap, if not below here, but the midpoint of the daily fair value gap. Yes, yeah. It was just like around then. I was like, it wants to go crazy all the way down there, but obviously none of that happened. It just literally stopped right here, right here. Um, but yeah, it didn't work out. That's fine. Could just been a little bit more patient, but I was confident about it. I'm not mad about it. I'm happy I took that chance. Oh, look how it used it here. Literally went about, left it, came back, retest, the body staying on the upper half, higher prices. Beautiful in it. Beautiful if you ask me. But yeah, that's what happened on Thursday. This was Thursday's price action. So that was the second L that I had taken of the week. Because this week I only have one win. Literally. Literally, bro. It's bad. It's bad. Not really. I'm on break even on that account though. Um, on both accounts. So, and this was yesterday. Bro, I couldn't. Yesterday taunted me. Not yesterday, Friday. I keep having flashbacks of this. Remember what I told you about Thursday? No, not Thursday, Tuesday. So today was a break even day, and a lot happened this day. Number one, I tried something new, which was trailing stops, which is something I never do. I don't trail stops, but something was like, oh, let me just try to get more value out of this trade and just trail my stops. Um, I lost $2 because of I did not lose, but the first TP did hit. Because I put that trailing like right here, right over here. Because when this pierced, because when the TP was like here, it was like $12, and then when I put it like here, it ended up being like $10. So I was like $2 for my mistake. It was either here or here, but I made $10. And when it was all the way down here, I probably was like, damn, I could have just taken it when it was like $18, bro. I didn't take it. I didn't take it. I should have. I genuinely should have, but yeah, I didn't. And then the London low didn't get tapped. But let's just break down this trade real quick. So on Thursday, let me look at that 15 minute. I don't remember. I just wanna be free. Okay. Where this 15-minute candle right over here pierced, took out some liquidity over there. We have this small fair value gap. This had a small though. Very, very small. I don't know if you guys can see that. It wasn't even close to it, bro. Wait, I didn't even tap into it though. Oh, it was this one. It was this one. It was this one. Very, 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 very small though. But the body still, yeah. But we swept this London high, and then I was like, I don't want to take buys today. I want to see sells. So if price takes out, oh, I don't want to, yeah, I don't want to take a buy. I want to take sells. So I want to see price take out this London high. Then after that, I want to see if we can't get shorts maybe for the London low because we took out the high. I want to see it come for the low. That was the whole point of my bias on Friday. And then wait, yeah, on Friday, and also I forgot it was thank God it's Friday. So that's also like gave me the confidence of selling because it's like so far this week, um, we're on the uptrend. You see that? So I thought maybe we're gonna retrace a bit. You know, the 30 to 20% retracement thing. So yeah, that we took out the London high. And then let's go back to the 1 minute. This is what I said. I couldn't just stop thinking about it. I don't know why. It was just this just kept playing on my mind. This right over here. But I'm still happy with this entry, but it could have been better with this. So uh we had this. This is our first fair value gap, this one, right over here. That was first fair value gap. Minor buy side, price broke, took that out. This is our first one. Took out the London high. And then we had this retracement. So I marked this fair value gap. We had this retracement. Price came back into this first and then went back to retest. The reason why I said look at the setup, right? It took out a high. We had this fair value gap right over here, right? Then we turned into an inverse fair value gap because we went through it. And then we have a fair value gap, another fair value gap in that price came back, retesting that. Like this works out a lot, bro. Like when you see like price taking out like a significant area reacting off of a value gap or anything, seeing this, like I couldn't stop seeing this in my mind, bro. Like this. Anyway, um, having this fair value gap, then price crossed over, having this fair value gap as well. And you had two inefficiencies, an inverse fair value gap, a normal fair value gap. Tap into that, respecting. Look at the bodies respecting the midpoint of this one. The one thing at the time, I did say I was like, I would go for sales, but I rather wait for it to go below the first fair value gap, which is this one, the 14th. Is it the 14th? Am I bugging? It's not the 14th, man. This one, the Friday's one. Yeah. I want to see price go below it, then I'll enter shorts. I'll only use this to enter shorts, not this, just so that excuse me, sorry. So I just wait and be more patient about it. That's what gave me the confidence to wait. I'm still happy about the setup though. It worked out. It worked out. But I would have had just a better entry, just entering off this in all honesty. And then I know my first TP would have been hit, which was going to be this right over here, and then maybe this as well. But probably would have left it for that. But yeah, it would just been a nicer entry, all in all, entering off this high right over here. But it's fine. I'm still happy with my trade. I knew what I was looking for, and I waited. I waited. Just watch back the video. I literally said, I'm gonna wait for it to go past this, and then once it did, price literally had that retracement coming back. I entered off this. I literally entered off this, and then that uh, um my stop loss was like above this. That was like literally my stop loss. And then once the price broke down, my first TP got hit, which was this. This is actually like literally the same thing as the one I took a loss where the opening range gap was literally just below, but the difference is the London high was above it. There's just minus outside. Um, Literally my first TP was this minus south side actually. And then I was like, no, I'm gonna trail the stop loss because I know it's gonna I genuinely thought we were gonna drop. I'm gonna trail it. We had this retracement which got me scared as hell, low key, but I trusted the system. We had a retracement, and then once we had this breakout retracement, I was like up like $18 on both positions. I could have taken another one because it was more than I needed because this one was just like only $15 in honesty. But my greedy ass was like, no, I'm gonna leave it. Then I just trailed it to like $10, and then I got stopped out of that trail of $10, and I got stopped out of this because I moved my stops lower, like actually lower than this. On the account, the stops were literally it was actually lower than this. So yeah, so I didn't I made like what couple of like $2, $3, but that doesn't really count. So it's break even. I just put it as break even day. I didn't make not lose anything on this day. But yeah, I'm happy about the setup. I'm happy about this week's setup. It's like it's just been the way I've been. I'm proud of myself more than anything for the way I've been taking the L's. It's like it's not obviously it's not personal. It's just part of the process, and there's some progress. Honestly, there's some progress. The way I'm recovering, the way I'm taking them, I'm proud of it. So there are times it gets to me a bit, but for me it's just I just laugh it off, because I know like okay, one trade I'm gonna make it all back. So yeah. My best trade, of course, I would say it was Tuesday. My worst trade, I would say it was I would say Wednesday. I would say Wednesday because I moved. That really kind of messed with me. Although it was just like $12, like, but still. And then emotional moments. I don't really say. Hmm. Monday. I would say Monday was quite emotional. I was all over the place. Kind of doubted myself a little bit. Although I'm not trading, but Monday I take it as a day of like testing my gears. Um. Good discipline moments. I would say it was probably. Uh, so I'm just looking at my book. Good discipline moments. I would say maybe the Thursday, the Thursday and the Friday. No, I'll say Wednesday, Thursday, the days I took losses. Yeah. I didn't take them like I wasn't like not even emotional about them. I was like, oh, okay, they happened. And more than anything, like I was right about direction. It just didn't pan out. It just didn't pan out. Just got stopped out. It's part of the game. And also the way I managed the trade as well. I could have done better on my end, you know. And my biggest lesson is repeating patterns. That's one thing I wanna but the 15-minute lately, I think I mentioned in the last week's recap as well. It's been helping me a lot. So much more. Helps me to be more patient and just waiting and analyzing that small piece of price action on the 15-minute and waiting for see how it reacts at the PD rates like the fair value gaps and everything. It really helps me a lot. I'm not gonna lie, especially on the point of direction. Like if not this, then like if it leaves this fair value gap, expect this. If it doesn't leave this fair value gap, expect that. Like it really helps me in the sense of direction, my confidence in my trading. I won't say improve the win rate a little bit, but it did. It stopped me from making stupid mistakes I used to do. So that really helps me a lot. It's helping me a lot. So that's really one thing I'm glad I'm learning. That I'm putting in my arsenal for sure. For sure. Shout out Arsenal. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but shout out Arsenal. They won the league. Um, but yeah, it was a good. Although I got one win, two losses, one break even. It was a great week. I really like today's trading week. I'm literally break even. We're gonna see what this coming week has to. We're gonna have to see what this coming week has for us. I'm not gonna lie. Um, yeah, yeah. We're just gonna have to wait and see. And I'm ready, bro. I'm ready. Hopefully, we can pass the account this coming week. I actually didn't check the news. Let's check the news actually, how this week is gonna look. We have 10 a.m. news Tuesday, which is tomorrow. We have no news on Wednesday. Might be uh, a lackluster morning, or like price action might not be the best because there's no news. Might. Ooh, this is nice. We have Thursday. We have 10 a.m. news right over there. And then Friday there is no news as well. Um, if I'm gonna speak now, probably Tuesday will probably it will be a trading day. Wednesday, I'm not so sure because there's no news. Depending on how price action is, will tell me if I'm gonna trade or not. So I'm more 50-50 on this day. And then Thursday, we have red folders, uh, unemployment claims. We have to see how price action is gonna be. Um, but we have news at 10 a.m. So if I am like I showed you guys, if I am about my direction on Thursday and wait, what? On Thursday and Tuesday, I'll be good because then the news will just help me with the move. If I'm on the right side. Yeah, Thursday. I mean Tuesday. No, wait, what? Wednesday and Friday. I'm not sure about where. I'm not sure how much it's like 50-50 because when the market is on no news days, it'd be weird, bro. It'd be weird. There's no volatility. There's like high resistance trading more than anything. So yeah. Um yeah, man. Basically it. Hope you guys this trade recap helps you guys in any way. Um it helps me to reflect as well on how this week has been and all this stuff. I need a thumbnail. So I just have like a point blank thumbnail. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna have a like blank ass thumbnail. I'll just use this as my thumbnail. I don't know. Yeah, I'll just use this random point. But yeah, that's basically it. I hope this can help you guys. Oh no, I'll use this as my thumbnail. No, I can just add that. Let me add that. I'm gonna use this as my thumbnail. Um, yeah. So yeah, I really hope this review helps you guys. It helps me. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it from me, man. Let's see what let's look at that daily. Let's just see what Price action as far as this week, we gapped higher. We have this big ass opening range gap. No, 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 no. We have my days. Sorry, we have this big gap. We gapped higher, so I'm gonna be seeing buys and stuff. I like trading when price like close to inefficiency because like it really helps you with direction, especially if price does a specific thing. But yeah, just have to wait and see what this week has to bring. Um, yeah, man. Uh, enjoy your bank holiday. Don't touch the charts. Hopefully this uploads before. Don't touch the charts. I wouldn't advise you to touch the charts. You're just gambling, bro. So yeah, take care, boys.